Well, welcome along to Lomé and the Stade de Kegwe as Togo and Congo clash. What is a crunch time in Group H for the winless pair? Well, scoreless Togo without a point. Understandable, they lost away the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations finalist Senegal. But their 1-0 home defeat at the hands of Namibia certainly would have hurt. Again, not a full house, but some fortunate enough to be in attendance as the rain looks to be bombing down. There's some smiles and chuckles in the stands, but no laughing matter in Group H for either the Sparrowhawks or their visitors, the Red Devils from Congo, Brazzaville. The Red Devils themselves losing on home soil against Senegal after picking up a point away at Namibia. Although they went into the final 10 minutes of that match with Senegal with a 1-1 scoreline. Sadio Mane popping up with an 82nd minute goal, but real pain for the Red Devils goalkeeper Mafumbi, letting the ball slip through his fingers and then conceding a late penalty. As Senegal ran out 3-1 winners. So far in Group H, it's very much Senegal out on top, but Namibia have a chance to really try and put the cat among the pigeons with their double header against Senegal. Their match day 3 clash later tonight. And then both group matches, match day 4 taking place on Tuesday, which could tell us a lot about how things will shake up. 10 groups in FIFA's World Cup Qatar 2022 qualifiers. Only the top side will push on into round 3 and the playoffs, and then 10 goes into just 5 Qatar tickets for the World Cup to be held in mid-November at the end of next year. This is the first meeting between the sides in 16 years. Togo have won 4 of their 9 clashes with Congo, including each of their last 3. And how, oh how, would they hope to extend that sequence? The Red Devils themselves have triumphed only twice in this fixture, although both came in a pair of international friendlies way back in the 1980s. So Togo, the host for this match day 3 clash, rock bottom of Group H, with no goals or points. Congo hoping to take advantage if they could get their first win, but probably needing a draw in the other match, because second place, sadly no place in terms of World Cup qualification. Congo Brazzaville have at least shown a scoring touch. 2 goals managed thus far. The first was an own goal by Namibia's Ambira, who'd in fact opened the scoring. The 1 goal for themselves coming from the penalty spot. Mbungu dragged back in the area in stoppage time at the end of the first half against Senegal. And Gan Vula, who's been leading the line manfully for the Red Devils, struck in. And they were just 8 minutes away from a famous point before Senegal turned it around to be perfect at the top of the group. So really a last chance saloon for both these sides to try and maintain any hope of what would be an almighty shock. Understandably, Lions of Teranga favoured to make it to the playoffs. It may be a challenge to dream of something so big, but certainly the focus surely must be on trying to restore some pride. Well, Togo have made it to a World Cup. Their first and only back at the Germany World Cup in 2006. It may be too big a challenge to get their way back, but the only way to start is with a win. But Congo will have their own ideas on that as we welcome both teams to the field here at the Stade de Guégué in Lomé. Edging towards kickoff in Group H as Togo take on Congo Brazzaville. Well, Togo may have been to a World Cup. Congo Brazzaville haven't managed the feat. They were African champions in 1972 in Cameroon. Haven't sadly qualified for the tournament to be held at the start of 2022. In fact, it's not since 2015 when they reached the quarterfinals have they managed to reach the continental competition. Next, the national anthems of Congo Brazzaville and then our host, Togo.
Nous allons vous prier de bien vouloir vous lever afin de suivre l'exécution des hymnes nationaux et nous commençons par l'hymne national du Congo. poursuivons avec l'hymne national du Togo.
A rousing rendition of the anthems as kickoff edges ever closer. Congo, the higher ranked team between the pair, 92nd in the world currently. Togo down in 136. They'll hope home comforts can bring its own success. Certainly didn't against Namibia. And like any side, struggles of missing the support of their supporters. The fans, due to health and safety, still not allowing full houses here. The captains come face to face. It's a return for Dejene for his 60th cap. Ahmed Sekou Touré of Guinea doing the toing toss and hoping that it will be a fair game. Mayembo of Le Havre in France taking the offered present as they prepare for battle, as they look for a first win, both these sides in Group H. Well, 5 changes for coach Paulo Durate. Excitement as the return of Alexis Ramao, 37-year-old, who first turned out for them at the World Cup in 2006. His first call-up in 2 years, but also Bebu. He has Bebu of Hoffenheim. Made 3 starts in the Bundesliga this campaign. Returns to add extra threat, along with Alaba and Enan. For Congo, Fernand Mayembo leading the side, hoping they can get more change out of Gamvula. Their only man as yet, the number 3, to have scored. So underway here in Group H. 2 winless sides go in search of a first 3 points. Togo taking on Congo Brazzaville. Well, Togo in the all yellow. Unsurprisingly, the Red Devils of Congo in all red. And already a loose ball, putting the visitors in trouble. Lovely ball whipped across. It's knocked away. The first touch for Bebu on his return to the national setup. It was hugely challenging over the first 2 match days back in September. There were still issues with players traveling from Europe in particular to the African continent. But delighted to have Bebu back. 16th cap, yet to score. Just missing out on catching NN. A miss hit there, almost putting Congo in trouble. Well, some returning stars for Togo. And yet on the other hand, for Congo, with the big stories has been Paul Put of Belgium, still refusing to bring back Thierry Befoma, the all-time top scorer for Congo Brazzaville with 15 goals. 29-year-old playing a string with Shenzhen, China. Not here to help his side, but Gamvula is certainly warm to the task of filling his boots. His penalty bringing parity against Senegal, only 2 goals in the last 8 minutes, crushing their dreams of trying to earn a second point against the Lions of Teranga. Togo looking to start in a strong and positive way, and here's Bebo. Oh, a lovely little shift there. Well, he unselfishly puts it back, but you can see the turf under what's been a deluge of rain cutting up in front of them. And the final effort, high and wide, but a let off for Congo. Fumbi was beaten there by the cheeky cutback from Bebu. Sadly had a really tough final 8 minutes, letting Sadio Mane's weak effort slip through him for Senegal's second, and then conceding a late penalty, fouling the Liverpool star, allowing Abdou Diallo to put some added gloss on the match 2 scoreline. Gamvula pulling on to this near flank, but flagged offside. Searching ball. But Togo really have the bit between their teeth. As mentioned, 5 changes. They're certainly having an effect. Plaka playing the ball down the line for Ate. Full back though. See the ball cracked off him. Ate not featured from the start on match day 1. Retains his place from their match day 2 defeat against Namibia. Togo themselves actually were holding Senegal to a draw 0-0 at half-time in their match day 1 clash, only to eventually succumb 2-0. So both 2-goal deficits to the table toppers in Group H. Interestingly, the 2 coaches may have not known each other personally, but they've been near enough to meeting. Paulo Durate was replaced by now Congo coach Paul Put at Burkina Faso. Durate then returned following Put's departure, with a small cameo for Gernot Rohr, the Nigeria boss. So the coaches having been through Burkina Faso. Gernot Rohr obviously under pressure himself, the Super Eagles in a shock defeat to the Central African Republic. Chance for redemption coming tomorrow. Paulo Durate coming back to the African scene with Togo, replacing Claude Leroy. Player down. Red Devils even happy to play on. No one on top to aim at. There is Duarte replacing Claude Leroy, a former Congo boss himself, resigned after the failure to qualify for the AFCON in Cameroon. 8 times they've reached continental tournaments, but the last was in 2017. As we see Paul Bout, Belgian coach, in this break of play, making that big decision to leave out Thierry Buffoni, 65-year-old in charge of Congo Brazzaville since May this year, replacing Valdo Filho of Brazil. His 3-year reign come to an end. Now a chance for Bout's side to try and get a strike at goal. A scuffed effort. Usual quality from Gamvula. Bebu's seen a lot of the ball. This time, not by design, but by luck. The ball hopping through. Alba trying to get a good position after laying it off, but it never came back. Strong challenge. It's Togo who get the decision, although both players feeling the crunch. Full-blooded. Certainly a little bit more left in by Anzuana on Togo's Aolu, who has remained down. Good. Looking on, hands on hips. Happy to some degree that Red Devils have shown some attacking threat themselves, but they've looked a little shaky. As you can see, the two coaches in their picture. As mentioned, both former Burkina Faso coaches. Passing each other now, going head to head as their players shoulder to shoulder. Such a tough group to have to manage, knowing only top will see you advance. Changes to the FIFA World Cup 2026. Could see some interesting times for some of the lesser lights in Africa. Certainly at the moment the system understandably favouring the big boys. Togo living the dream in 2006 in Germany, although they lost all 3 of their World Cup matches. 1972 African champions Congo Brazzaville have yet to taste the action at the biggest party in world football. So if not Qatar 2022, maybe Canada, America and Mexico 2026. But a couple of wins in these match days could make a difference. And certainly Bebu has made a massive difference to Togo's play. Not sure the effort from the number 9 is necessarily going on target. And Mafumbi couldn't take any chances, picking up the little pocket of space. Just finding a little yard of space. Lovely ball drilled into him by Makuta. The Hoffenheim forward hitting the side netting. Did appear, at least to the officials, that there was a touch. Corner swung in, but overcooked by Blaka. Red Devils thought they were away there. They're going to get the free kick, I think. I think Congo would have been happy to play on. Referee from Guinea, Toure, in the free kick. Just having a discussion there with the captain, Mayembo. It's a clever header as he read the flight of the ball better, but it's lost by Plaka. Battling for his Gavula, and now a strike that's deflected. Could have gone anywhere. Makuta with the strike. Angola. In the end, just watching it fly wide. Terrific block from Aulu. Short corner, changing the angle. 22-year-old Lyon-born goalkeeper Malcolm Bakola able to let it fly by. Come through the academy at Olympique Lyonnais. He's yet to make a top-flight appearance for them, although was on the bench mid-August. It was a galling 3-0 away defeat at Angers. Already Togo's undisputed #1. So goalless the opening exchanges. Certainly Togo with Bebu looking far more threatening as they look for a first goal, let alone a first point. Now Makuta. Lovely switch from Mbemba. Chance to cross. Now the strike from distance. Again, you can see Barcola's hands are up. Just threats that Congo are finding themselves in positive positions. Just a bit of a slice from Chimbembe, himself at Metz in Liga. Started at Troyes before the switch to the east of France. 3 substitute appearances this term. Things looking up for Metz, finally getting their first win of the campaign. Still in the bottom 3. Strong play from Tsuka. Wasn't willing to let NN get away from him. The 6-year-old plying his trade with Helsingborg now. Top flight in Sweden. Another of the French-born contingent. Call, but a little late. Dropping deep to pick it up is Makuta. Oh, it's a stunning ball. No wonder at the applause coming from Druana. Lovely attempt, just not easy skill to pick it over your shoulder. Captain makes his intervention. Mayambo's defensive partner, Rosan, exchanges with his goalkeeper. Makuta drops deep to get things started. Well, Togo starting extremely well. Congo Brazzaville looking nervous, but they've settled now into the contest. Bemba and Makuta started to control better in that midfield. Here's Makuta now. Just losing out there. There's Alexis Ramau. Just to keep things ticking, the number 15, 37 years of age. First called up in 2005, ahead of that World Cup odyssey 15 years ago in Germany. As mentioned, his first call-up since March 2019. He's previously been a mainstay. Greek-based midfielder. Finally back on the international fold. Well, Mafumbi wanted to get that ball moving quicker. I feel he was getting the support, the anticipation from his teammates. We've had some chances for Togo, best of which Bebu firing wide, but neither goalkeeper really being called into a save as Yanvula is caught offside. Taken short by Agbozo. Launched long by Dejene. Bebu linking. Just drifting where he wants. Certainly working the Sparrowhawks. And then turf not being conducive really to the skills, and once again he's boxed out by Suka. Got not much time on his hands, Mayembo, but Congo just about doing enough to clear their lines. And in fact, it's worked out beautifully, but Togo on their toes. Coming back to help Chimbembe. Chance to strike a goal. Bebu really making a huge difference, having missed the opening 2 match days. Great work from Plaka to get the ball back, but then that lovely little shift. The final finish, certainly not the type of pitch he'd be used to in Hoffenheim. Now famous product of the Hoffenheim side, Bobby Firmino, going on wonderful things at Liverpool. Sure, the young Bebu would love to emulate such feats. Lovely footwork from and Zuana. A chance to deliver, and it's an own goal. Well, Congo Brazzaville, not one of their players was near it, and it is a painful return for Alexis Ramayo, back after 2 years away, and I'm sure he would have dreamed of scoring in the match, but certainly not in this fashion. And it's Congo in the driving seat here in Lomé. Well, it was lovely play to set up the cross, way too much time, but when he picked it out, the 3 red shirts were nowhere to be seen, and unfortunately running back to help the defence. Ramao just sticking out a foot, and the 37-year-old has got the opener, but at the wrong end of the pitch. Despite a positive start, it's gone from bad to worse in terms of the group. Togo have looked a threat in a group they're yet to score in. Now they're going to have to score at least a couple at this rate if they're to try and get back that winning feeling. Wag of the finger. Togo's Arulu. You can see exactly what Mbemba thinks of it. He thinks there was something a little more untoward there. To tell both going for the ball. Clearly he's come off worse. Tough start for Togo. Laba hasn't really been able to get into the match. It's Congo who have a precious lead after 22 minutes of this match. Jenny, see, returning for his 60th cap, just having a word with the referee there to understand his thinking. There's the injured party, Makuta, who's asking what action has been taken. Clearly, Red Devils feel it is worth a yellow card. Certainly didn't see one shown, despite the booklet being out. This was a goal. Head up from Suka. He didn't pick out the right man, but in the end it turned into an assist. If that had been a Congo player, you'd say what a finish past Barcola, as it is confirmed. Roger Aolu picking up a yellow card. Togo must feel that almost nothing's going their way. They started positively. Bebu back, looking threatening. And their other returning star, Ramao, somehow contrives. Beautiful finish to beat his own goalkeeper. Now Alou going into the book. Congo have grown into the match after a stuttering start. Surely must be absolutely delighted to have the lead. Congo, it's the first time they've led in this group. They had to come from behind against Namibia. In that case, it was another own goal. And Ramao will hope for similar fate as Namibia's Ambira, because he ended up scoring at both ends. Plaka leading the resistance. Set piece opportunity to try and get back on level terms. Bozo going to join the attack. Plaka swings it in. Nobody as far as the red shirts, just passing. A touch and turn from Umbungu. That one running away from Makuta. Space for NN. His touch though takes it back. Hasn't had the best against Tsuka, but he had some support there, but not the best of balls, and not much Laba could do. The striker scored in the first leg of round 1 of qualifying at Comoros. A tie that ended 3-1 on aggregate to the Sparrow Hawks. (14 goals in 33 appearances for the 29-year-olds. Although more than half the amount of goals as record appearance and goal scorer Emmanuel Adebayor. Wonderful play to get to the ball. And Zuana kept it in, but couldn't do much else. Now with Ramao to focus on making amends. Laba Switch of play to Ati. Good first touch, and has Ramao as an option. Let's see what's ahead. Oh, a slip there. Could have been trouble. It is trouble, but instead for Gamvula. Bozo takes it quickly. Wow. There's his out though. Too quick a ball. Abu dead in his tracks. Wow. First to go down. Not the first, then the second. Blacka placing the ball. Edging towards the half-hour mark. Long-range effort. Lafumbi doing well to keep his eye on it and push it out of harm's way. And offside. Well, he had his... certainly didn't have his troubles to seek against Senegal. Showing he's come focused to try and keep a clean sheet for the first time in the group. If he does so, it'll be a first win for Congo.
Avancer dans leur cas, les gars. Avancer, Roger. Dans leur cas, c'est là-bas on joue. Oui. C'est pas dans notre cas. Deuxième ballon. Continue, mon petit, continue.
Drive and run down the line, not much space, but he's doing brilliantly. With the twos clashing together, and as Boati got the better of Agbozo.
Là-bas, plus vite, Fodo. Là-bas, plus vite, mon ami.
Barcola barking orders. This time an easy take. Certainly had nothing he could do about the goal. I'm sure wouldn't have even been prepared, let alone to see his own player knock it past him. And that's why Romeo's own goal, Congo lead. See how far fullbacks are pushed up for Togo. Well, the hive boot. Well, it hasn't been penalised. Brilliant intervention from Boati, but the move still keeps alive. That's a brilliant save. Mafumbi got down smartly to his right before. This time an even better save to deny NN. Well, working hard to keep it alive was Plaka, and then Laba finding NN, trying to curl it into the far corner. But Mafumbi was up to the task. Brilliant one-handed save. No chance for Bebu to turn it in. Instead, it's out for a corner. There's concerns for the Red Devils, and it looks like match over. Let's see the gesture for a substitution. Well, the offer, friendly offer to Bozo from Nzuana for water, but I'm sure realised as change prepares to be made. Final instructions. As Joe Koteni prepares to come on. Concerns for Paulo Duarte in terms of the scoreline. Off the pitch, but Boati maybe himself is thinking he wants to get back on. Not sure it's going to be a decision he can take. He's back to his feet. Not before I think the corner will be taken. The change is going to be made. Morgan Boati had that bursting run up the left flank off for Randy Koteni. Rando Koteni, 26-year-old midfielder, playing his way with Laval in France, into the fray quickly. Bobbles around. Best of challenges, 2 feet there, but hopefully no contact, and the game rages on. Plaka swings in, but it's a strong header from the captain, Mayembo. That one never reaching its intended target. So a slight reshuffle. Roseanne coming over to fill in from Boati. To see exactly how they've switched it up. Fumbi's having quite the half. Flanked it in Barcola, so close to his line, was very careful. bursting lunge. As he charges on, steps on the ball, he wants a free kick. I'm sure he's going to get it. Long ball. Secondo sends it through to Fuma. Match losing just a little bit of rhythm since the injury and substitution. Mate with hands in pockets, thinking of what he can do. Midfielder by trade, but Randy Goteni just filling in the space left by Rosnan, who has pushed into that left back position. Otherwise, as you were. Congo finishing the half strongly. Makuta dropping into the gap. Zuana, it's a free kick off Ramayo, who's certainly not having the return he'd have hoped for. Looking centre stage, the opening exchanges are being overshadowed. What has been an ever-improving Congo-Brazzaville performance. We're just 6 minutes away from the break. It's knocked off in a long-range effort. Kamvula, full of confidence. Wasn't a million miles away. Barcola would have likely backed himself to get a hand to that, but certainly did have to at least drop to his right-hand side. Not hitting the target. Oh, he almost tried to break the offside trap, just failing to do so. Mbungu. With Aolu. Ball flying way past the captain, Dejeni. Barcola has to go and retrieve. You're happy to just lump it away. All down the line. Nebu's touch, but it bounces off the Rosan. Ball down the line. Mbula able to flick on to the arms of Barcola, who launches it long to Atta, loses it to Mbungu, shows his bag of tricks, certainly has plenty in them, and wins a free kick off the impatient Blaka. Received a similar punishment earlier. Launched in. And then on the spin, uses the insurance policy behind, and it's launched clear. All to battle for, great strength. And then skill shown by Bebo. He's then trying to release Blaka, pushed wide up against Tusuka. Cuts inside, but he had to rush the effort when there were options in the middle. Somewhat summing up Togo's first half. Initially intricate, intriguing play, but in the end, disappointment. Absolutely delighted with this first half, how it's unfolded. Play from Congo. Bebu though steps in ahead of Akuta. Back to Bozo, switches the play. Early ball looking for Lava. It's not a good one. Stoppage time at the end of the half. Can Congo make it even more painful? Half-time break. The answer on that evidence is no. Poor delivery from Rosan, the centre-back, now filling in left-back since the injury and substitution of Boati. Just one last chance, with 1 minute remaining of the 2 additional ones, though a long way out. Second ball will be vital. Ate look to try and weave it in to Enan. Do manage to keep possession. Ramao, Luo, again it breaks down. Real work for Paulo Durante to do at the break. Paul Put will be delighted with how his Congo-Brazzaville side have dusted themselves down after a nervous start. It's that man with the throw, and now the launch forward. Tasuka with the cross, ultimately ended with Gramayo netting his own goal. So the half-time whistle. Congo-Brazzaville have come here to Lomé, and they lead at the break. Both teams winless in the group. It's Congo-Brazzaville that lead Togo by a goal to 0.
Casa do banho. Viens, viens, viens. You don't need to go to the WC? You don't need to go to the WC? No?
Il est incroyable.
Well,
On dit d'attendre, pas 10 minutes, il attend, il va siffler. On n'a pas.
Senão tu vai dormir.
Salif, pardon. Changement, là, on voit changement, pardon.
Well, welcome back ahead of the second half. A huge one for Togo, but it's Congo who have the lead. Has much to do with Mafumbi's heroics in goal as it was the cross from Tsuka that ended with the returning Romao striking into his own goal. Amazingly, Congo-Brazzaville have yet to score from open play themselves. 2 own goals, 1 the draw with Namibia, 1 here today, and their solo goal from the boot of their own player coming from the penalty spot when Ganvula gave them a half-time parity with Senegal. Mafumbi at fault as it ended 3-1, but is certainly making amends today. Rosanne understandably communicating with Anzuana after he's had to replace Poati at the end of that half at left back. Poati unable to continue. Goteni coming on to play the left centre back. A draw in Namibia, defeat at home to Senegal. A huge second half for Congo as they look for a first win. It's a massive one for Durate's Togo. They've won the last 3 against Congo-Brazzaville. The Red Devils have never beaten Togo in a competitive match. Just 2 friendlies back in the 1980s. They are in a good position. Plaka with some last-minute prayers before entering with Laba in behind. Laba himself with Al Ain, his club, 11 goals he's been involved in his last 6 appearances at club level. How they could do with him turning up to fire them back into this match. They've got plenty of goal threats, but no goals as yet in this match or the group. So a change at the start of the half. Rante not hanging around. So Togo sending on Marouf to Chaki alongside Elo Niavedji, and it's Alexei Romao and NN head off. Well, a brutal return for Romao, 2 years away, and when he comes back, 45 minutes in which he scores the only goal of the game after 45 minutes in his own net. The 37-year-old now heading off. Looking for a positive start here and substitute. Hope will make a difference. Verde taking up the left flank where Enan was. But it's Congo who look to try and work their way to goal. Well, there was a chance to just slip the ball into the feet of Anzuana. I'd like to try and loft it in, to no avail. The pitch not helping Laba there, unable to keep it alive. Zorante with the first roll of the dice from the bench. Brilliant interception. It's the substitute. The first half, Koteni on the slide, managing to scoop it away. Now Nia Veggie. Once again, it's strong defending, although this time not a good ball out from Tasuka. And trying to be a little bit too skillful for his own good. Nia Veggie. Nia Veggie, 23-year-old Lome native. Recently leaving the shores, previously with Zeta, now in Albania with Alazina Shakoda. Third time he's stepped off the bench in the group stage, alongside 25-year-old Maruf Tashake. He did start the home match defeat against Namibia, making way for previous two matches. Now a chance to try and stake a claim. The ball breaks. It's a wonderful challenge, though. Togo looked in trouble. Space and time for Alaba. Not good options, though. He does well to try and keep something alive. Plaka will get there before it runs out. And he just lets it sort of roll off his foot. When it got to the line, he had to rush his cross. Wonderful run down the line. We haven't seen much of Musa in attacking sense. Leads to the substitute. Oh, strong challenge from Tasuka. Against Veggie. So far, so good. Ball lifted in. Good first touch. Decent second. Weak claims for a penalty. Yeah, Veggie, though, already has looked extremely lively, and he does well to win the ball back ahead of Jimit Bembe. Well, a break on here for Congo-Brazzaville. Looked a bit better, but still 4 on 4. The long lofted ball is an easy enough header. Just on the stretch from Jacquet, and then gets the fortune of it hopping up off Ganvula for a free kick launched forward by Barcola. Well, again, weak claims for a penalty. See a very vocal discussion between Rozan and Goteni. Really got in a bit of a fangle. Togo trying to be a little bit more on the front foot, as they had been at the very start of the match. Seems like anything that can go wrong will go wrong for Togo. The pitch, as you can see, not of a great help in terms of trying to have a bit of a passing game. It's launched long. But willing to give chase, but it falls now to Bebu. Again, wants to try and get a shot away quickly. He skips off the turf and out for a corner. Bebu started brightly. It's faded somewhat, but trying to reignite not only his own performance, but Togo's match. Oh, lifted into a good area. It's not even gone out yet. The late flag says it has. Complaints led by Agbozo. Congo happy to just eat up a few seconds, even at this early stage of the second half. Even with relatively early change. Offcoming, Anzuana. On comes 21 for the Red Devils. Alongside him, Daniel Avunu. The end of the match for Chiembembe. Bobbling around. Dealt with by Aolu. About to put his body across. Buys the free kick off the substitute. Congo with something to protect. So a 1-0 Congo lead thanks to Ramayo's own goal. Ball breaks kindly for Ate. Swings it in. The ball free. Blaka! What a stunning goal! Too much power for Mafumbi. And Togo have their first goal of the group stage. Well, no wonder he looks delighted. Togo back on level terms. The ball whipped in. Laba couldn't do much with it, but it fell beautifully for Blaka. And he just put his laces through it. And for the first time, Togo hit the net. They're on level terms. And certainly their tails up. Togo suddenly looking back to their confident start. Now Laba. Well, I said he had 11 goals. Involvement in the past 6 matches for his club country. For his club, sorry. Another stoppage in play. There were a few in the first half. Ultimately seeing Boati initially stretchered off. Thankfully, at least in terms of his well-being, he was back on his feet, but no risks were taken by Belgian coach Boet. Sees Rosan at left back with Goteni centre. Certainly would be slightly disruptive. Information that Makuana came on in place of Anzuana. Two sides without a win in the group, locked a goal apiece. Seems to be both sides quite a bit of frustration. No wonder with the score tied. Emotions running high in what has been bitterly disappointing opening 2 matches for both countries. Fumbi pleading with the Togo players. A bit of confusion. Conversation between Bebu and Durante. Delighted to have the Hoffenheim man back. He's still yet to score for his country. They'd love the youngster to come good today. Finally, it's a drop ball. It's the goal scorer, Plaka. Gets on the ball. Lovely ball forward. And it's going to be a yellow card to Suka. Finding himself in the book. Still has a few words. He's trying to really use it to fire up the Red Devils. Not a lot in it, but sure, certainly an aggressive act that the referee wasn't happy with. Just the tension, heat of the match, certainly a lot higher, despite the earlier rains. Certainly Tsuka has been superb for Congo. Now it's Togo in the ascendancy. Well, he could have done with maybe trying to put two hands on it, but maybe Mafumbi not trusting the ball, but it's swung back in. Plaka again. Well, it is a free kick, but certainly no malice there. Just going for the ball. Coming together. Knocking heads with Dejeni. Certainly not the sensation on your 60th cap you're looking for. Plaka with the ball to attack. Dejeni, brave, taking the hit for his team. So just past the half-hour mark since Togo have scored. There's been very little football played. A lot of stoppages, injuries or fracases. Nothing of major note. Fumbi certainly had a tough time against Senegal. Couldn't do much against Plaka's fantastic strike. Low and hard. Keeper getting a touch to it, but only to see it loop up into the net. And Plaka is really on fire at the minute. No wonder they're going back to him. He's facing up to Suka. Oh, it's a good ball. A tough one for Alaba. And it's a foul there from Musa. High tension. Any thoughts of where they might finish in the group after 6 matches is for another day. Just the focus of trying to win this match. As further changes are made. Along comes Guy Carel Benza. Kumbu for Mbemba. It's going to Vula off, as I say, for Guy Benza. Certainly won't be a tough one to spot. Offside hair up top. Togo bringing the noise. The few that are lucky enough to be here in the stadium in Lomé. Hood's Belgian coach just trying to change the momentum with alterations from the bench. Certainly seemed to work for Durante's Togo, but now the Red Devils look to turn up the heat on the Sparrow Hawks. Well dealt with, tidied up and brought forward now by Ate. Now running the fence, switching to the right side after initially coming on the left. Yeah, Veggie Now got a chance here, twisting and turning, but not always taking the ball with him. Forward, Abu, a little bit more central. Oh, it's a lovely touch. It goes down to the deck. Jackie on for Ramayo, free kick. Set piece opportunity for the Sparrowhawks. Long and in. Two Togo players going for the same ball. Both have ended up on the deck, although the whistle had already gone. As they see the flag go up, so it's either offside or a free kick. We'll have a look here. It's certainly not offside. I think there may have been a push. Not a lot one can see, but the referee from Guinea. See this there, you go, slight nudge there from Agbozo. On Goteni, not enough, not a lot, but enough. Brilliant from Plaka. He's having a superb second half. Unfortunate, he couldn't link up with his teammates. Well dealt with by Mayembo and Mafumbi. Haven't seen as much of Makuta. It was he and Mbemba who were running the first half. Now alongside Makumbu. Congo somewhat lost that control of the match. Benza just looking to try and put off the launched ball of Barcola. Plaka using his body, but ball skipping away. So another change. Maybe a bit of surprise. He's been the brightest spark for the Sparrowhawks, and he got the equaliser. Electing instead to go to Richard Nami. The final 21 minutes plus stoppage time. Plaka certainly with a vital intervention. The first goal for Togo in this group, but they've got to make it sure it stays locked up at the other end. Congo Brazzaville to try and regain the lead. It's the first time it led in this group. Trailed in Namibia before an own goal earned them a point. Had to hit back against Senegal before two late goals. Saw them with just 1 point from 2 games. Of course for a second point, but can they upgrade to 3? Whipped in, but it's far too easy for Barcola. Musa brings the charge forward. Benza working back for the team. The substitute on for Gamvula. The ball through. The flag was already up though before Laba could attempt to round Mafumbi. Just bubbling at the minute. Who might yet bring it back to the boil? set piece for Congo Brazzaville. Makuta clearly likes the look of the angle. Makuta lifts it in. It's a free header at the back post. Had the chance to strike it across, but completely mishit it. Yembo, the captain, and Makumbo penalised. Ball from Barcola.
On est en jeu tout le temps comme ça là.
So from one end of the pitch to the other, the goalkeepers from one end to the other. Well, not much football breaking out here. A lot of set pieces as the tension really making a tough match to really get the ball down and play. The pitch certainly hasn't helped. So much at stake. Both looking for their first win of the group. Scream of second ball. They realise the importance of being switched on. But it's Chaike who lifts it in. And that second ball, well, could have ended in a corner. It could end in a penalty. And there were some cries, mostly from the sidelines. I think it certainly helped Makumbu that he won the ball. Certainly a little food for thought. Staying down, Dejene. Fumbi playing the on-site doctor, saying he does need attention. He certainly won the ball, did have some contact. I think a penalty would have been incredibly harsh, but certainly did go to ground. Makumbu, and always there is danger. Maput would have been so happy, not just with the fact they led at half-time through Mao's own goal, but the fact that they'd really looked nervous at the start and yet grew into the match. But the second half, they've let it get away from them. 65-year-old Belgian coach, who, like his opposite Durante, have both been in charge and close by in terms of coaching Burkina Faso, now going head-to-head, and their teams so far can't be separated. What will be a double header between these two teams. What a vital interception. Could have been real trouble there. Just kind of a bit scrappy. Togo just happy in a sense to clear the lines through Agbozo. Tasuka, seems a long time ago since his cross was knocked into his own net by Ramayo. Oh, just an opening there. He's kept his run going, but the flight does go up. They complain. Togo get on with it. Well, I'm not sure, it was almost between a pass and knocking it on, but it's well done to keep possession. The ball running through, it would have been some take for Nia Veggie to take it on the run. Benza trying to keep it in, but running out of pitch. He looks down the line. Bebu touching on the spin. It will be a Togo throw. We're coming into the final 30 minutes plus stoppage time. Is there to be a winner here? Or is it going to be a point apiece? Togo certainly have got objective 1 sorted. They've scored their first goal. Can they yet score their first win? That's the ambition of Congo Brazzaville as well. Really, Tsuka's really shown that he can do anything well. It's a complete miss kick from Barcola. Heart murmurs surely on the sidelines for the Sparrow Hawks. Ball back in play. Benza goes down. Referee not interested. Captain trying to lead by example. Did the first bit well, but Yambo then could only find touch. Musa to his captain, Dejene. Back to the right. Now Nia Veggie. For a ball. Makuta. It's a wonderful ball forward. And it's a great attempt to get across, and it's found its way over. And there seemed to be as much surprise as anyone, and in fact reached Mbungu. No more so than himself. He stumbled on the ball. Might have been able to get a shot away. So Laba, his night is over. Now comes Thibaut Klidje. The last 11 minutes of the match. It was in the final 8 minutes. Congo Brazzaville imploded against Senegal. Certainly more evenly matched, to say the least, on this occasion, but something Togo have spoken about. Bebu tries to run the challenge, doesn't get any change off Avunu, who spreads it to the left. Rosnan to the run of Makuana. Up for by Agbozo. It's a really good ball forward. Tsuka didn't know whether to come or go. He's ended up making another good decision. He goes to the deck. The referee agrees with the fullback. Certainly a tough character to pass. Just needs a little more care. Nami. Hands on a defender. An invitation to go down. Ball breaks for Bebu. More changes afoot. Dejeni on his 60th cap. Make way. Wearing number 6, Gustave Quaison. For the last, Dejeni just returning to the Togo national team. They want to protect him. Others ahead of the return fixture between these two. And taking place on the 12th, 3 days' time. To be held in Brazzaville, Stade Alphonse Samba Deba. Certainly a debate at the minute as to how this match will end. Pretty open, entertaining affair. But once Togo got themselves level, both sides have really seemed nervous. It's become very scrappy with a lot at stake. Opportunity here for Chake to once again deliver from a set piece. Who have won 4 of their 9 clashes with Congo, including the past 3. Have to wait to try and make a 4th. Long, deep delivery. Mafumbi getting enough on it to push it to Makuta. Vital interception from Agbozo. Long switch of play. Picked up by Mbungu. Almost had that brilliant chance, but he swung it in absolute beauty! Off the crossbar! And chested off the line! Well, Togo, if they are their first point of the group, they're going to have to do it the hard way because it's a penalty. Well, they did everything they could to keep it out of the net. Unfortunately, no VAR here. So it's unlikely the decision's going to be overturned, even if it should. The first setter from Mbenza off the bar and cleared by Jake, the substitute. Lovely ball whipped in by Mbungu. It's that one there, hard to see. Wonderful header, so unlucky, but the follow-up coming from Makuana. A discussion here on the sidelines. I'm not sure if he's saying it's the mark on his shirt. I don't think there's going to be agreement between Togo and Congo. Congo very much have a vested interest in this being a penalty, and so drama here. He has overturned the decision, and in fact he's given a corner, and now the fury switches from yellow to red. Well, the ball, so it's going to be a booking for Mayembo for his complaints. It certainly didn't look, even if it had hit the arm, it was from such close range. But either way, discussion with his linesman, and the main thing is it's not when, it's if you get the right decision. And it did look like it was going to be a very harsh penalty. It takes a big man to change the decision. Instead of a penalty, it's a corner. But it could have the same results. Well, somehow Togo have survived. And it remains 1-1 somehow. Fesu Plaka cancelling out the own goal of the returning Romayo. drama we've already had. Is there to be more? Musa just spins up and into the hands of Congo. Free kick for the drag back, and it will be another booking. Not sure he'll really mind. Richard Nami. It was already bedlam as Benza hit the bar with a header. Great charge from Tsuka. Benza off the bar. Follow-up from Makuana. Blocked by Chake. A penalty initially given. And then a corner. Free kick taking the pressure off this time. Bozo. Not the only one down. A few sore bodies, tight legs. So just 2 minutes of the 90 remaining. Is there to be a late winner? There's already been late drama. Sides without a win in the group. A moment all square. It's starting to overheat here in Lomé. Certainly the officials have been busy in this final quarter of the match. I'm not sure. Signal to the sidelines from Ate. After some few choice words, it will be a throw which looks to be coming long. It's a wonderful throw in. I'm not sure where it is, but Bembo keeps it alive. Benza just thumps it away, but the chase is on. Bozo closed down brilliantly by Makuana. Turn, not necessarily a good one from Mayembo. Does well to make up for that. So 4 minutes to be added on at the end. Most of that for the drama that saw a penalty turn into a corner. Congo Brazzaville have a chance to just try and get it towards the danger zone. Was up, the player is down. Another set piece, this time inside Togo's half. It's difficult to know what a win would do the final shake-up of the group, but what a boost it would be to both these countries. Missing out on the African Cup of Nations. And Menza, he's totally free. Just couldn't get the loop to beat the somewhat stranded Barcola. It's quite a far bit off his line. Not enough pace on the ball to redirect that energy towards. Would have been surely a late winner. Congo will certainly feel aggrieved. The penalty was awarded, was taken away. Togo will feel justice was done. We're halfway through 4 additional minutes. Bit of header football. Eventually coming off the head of Bebu. Didn't know much about it, but he's gone down, holding his leg, but Togo want to get on with it. They want him back to his feet. Side fashion, a late chance. Togo will have a free kick, a very promising position. Taking a long time for the free kick to be set up. But a great chance for Togo to try and win it at the death. So this could be this. Surely close to the last action of the match. Chake standing over it. Will he go for goal or we try and make something happen? Well, it's a wonderful effort. But Bafumbe always had it covered. Well, there's certainly been plenty of yellow cards in the second half. 3 since 60th minute. Clige making it 4. Long boots up the field. Well, it's broken kindly here. Well, is this to be the final drama of the match? Congo bring all their players back, but Bebu of Hoffenheim cuts inside. But he had too much to do. But in the end, a fair result. Togo have their first point and goal of the group stage. Congo-Brazzaville gather their second away point, but they are fuming at the full-time whistle. They were awarded a penalty late in the match, but the decision seemingly correctly overturned. It's never easy to be a referee, but in the end they took their time and it looked like being the right decision, but clearly Congo-Brazzaville don't feel that way. Oh, it's a red card for Fernand Mayembo right at the death. He's let his emotions get the better of him. It's more important he's on the pitch than sitting in the stands when these two sides meet in 3 days' time for match day 4. Well, some are able to see the happy side of it. Really, all but ends either side's slim hopes of a World Cup in Qatar 2022. But an entertaining fair here in this Group A match. Togo remain unbeaten since the 80s against Congo. Denied first ever competitive win against them. It was Tasuka's cross that was turned into his own net, quite brilliantly, unfortunately, for the returning Romao. And the equaliser coming from Plaka. Congo and Togo still third and fourth. Senegal and Namibia leading the way. They play later tonight. But from now, it's goodbye.